Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know as you jumpstart your day. I'm Diego Castro. The National Police Commission, or NAPOLCOM, is eyeing to pursue administrative charges against 4 PNP officials accused of being involved in illegal drug activities. The NAPOLCOM has also accepted the resignation of the 4 officials in line with the recommendation of the 5-man advisory group. A complaint affidavit has been filed against 2 of these officials, who are generals, for grave misconduct and grave neglect of duty, among others. As for the 2 colonels, the NAPOLCOM has issued a resolution to proceed with a pre-charge investigation against them. The probe is expected to last within 2 to 3 weeks. The NAPOLCOM will also recommend to President Marcos the acceptance of the officials' courtesy resignations.
The advisory group recommended the following. Number 1, non-acceptance of the resignations of 917 officers. Number 2, further investigation of 32 other officers. And number 3, acceptance of the courtesy resignations and filing of administrative and or criminal cases against 4, inuulit ko 4, specifically 2 generals and 2 colonels.
Dating member ng PDP. Dating member ng PNP Drug Enforcement Group yung 4.
Following this announcement, the PNP says it will tighten the screenings of personnel handling drug operations. PNP spokesperson Jean Fajardo says field commanders will conduct background checks on policemen involved in such operations. She says field commanders who fail to conduct background checks will be held accountable.
Hindi natin maiaalis na yung sunod-sunod po na issue, particularly nga po itong 990 kilos, ay mas minarapat po ng ating Chief PNP na mas lalong paigtingin nga po itong vetting process para maiwasan nga po. Gone are the days na yung ating background investigation are not given equal importance.
The National Grid Corporation is now preparing for possible unplanned power plant shutdowns in light of the looming El Nino. This statement comes after the Luzon grid was placed on red alert from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. on Monday, resulting in power outages in some areas. The NGCP said a transmission line and 2 units of Masinloc power plant tripped earlier this afternoon, affecting the Luzon grid. 5 power plants were also on forced outage, while 3 are running on limited capacities. The NGCP has warned of thin power reserves from March to May due to high consumption. Fisher folk and select communities in Oriental Mindoro can now resume their livelihood after over 2 months since the oil spill. The provincial government has lifted the fishing ban in the towns of Bongabong, Rojas, Masalay, Bulalakaw, Baco, San Chodoro, and Puerto Galera. The decision was based on the latest report of the Fisheries and Aquatic Resources Bureau, which says that oil, grease, and other harmful chemicals have no longer been detected in the waters. However, fishers from Calapan City, Nauhan, Pola, Pinamalayan, Gloria, and Bansud are still not allowed to fish. The provincial government vows to monitor activities in waters where the fishing ban is still in place.
Walang huhulihin. Itataboy lang. Ibig sabihin, i-guide lang sila outside of the banned areas. Kalawa, kahit hindi rehistrado ang bangka, walang huhulihin. Publicly ko itong sinasabi, walang huhulihin. Ngayon lahat ng mangingisda gusto nilang kumita.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. A Monetary Board member warns that the government's Kadiwa initiative is not sustainable. The Kadiwa is a farm-to-consumer program which allows farmers to directly sell their produce to consumers. Kadiwa also aims to make agricultural products more affordable for the poor, with stores set up in different parts of the country. But for Monetary Board member Bruce Tolentino, the Kadiwa is still a subsidy program which utilizes government taxes. He believes that such programs are usually being used by some government officials to win votes.
The Kadiwa is useful, particularly when it's a really depressed community, or there's a disaster, or there's an emergency, because you can only keep it briefly, and it will cost the government money. So I think that if we view the Kadiwa as a targeted short-term assistance, then useful. But if you view it as a long-term action, wasteful.
The Agriculture Department defends itself from this statement. They say Kadiwa centers do not provide subsidies for farmers and are merely providing them a space to sell their goods without having to go through a trader or a middleman. However, the agency also admits that they provided some support for farmers in the form of trucks under the Enhanced Kadiwa Grant so they can transport their own produce. The DA notes that this measure is only temporary and will stop once farmers have been, quote, capacitated. More Filipino athletes captured medals for the Philippines at the 32nd Southeast Asian Games on Monday, and among them are big names in Philippine sports. The country now has 19 gold medals, 29 silver and 32 bronze. Still behind host country Cambodia with 37 gold, followed by Vietnam, Thailand, and Indonesia. Pole vaulter EJ Obiena cleared 5.65 meters, breaking his own previous record in 2021. This is Obiena's third consecutive SEA Games gold. Gymnast Carlos Yulo dominated the men's individual all-around event, finishing with a gold. Yulo was also part of the team event, which won silver. Shandy Chua got the gold while setting a new national swimming record in the women's 200-meter backstroke. Meanwhile, Robin Catalan topped the Kun Bukator Combat 50-kilogram event after beating Indonesia. Fernando Casares defended his title at the men's individual triathlon, bringing another gold medal for the Philippines. And boxer Nesty Petesio is now assured of at least a bronze medal after advancing to the semifinals. She knocked out Laos in the tournament's featherweight class. And that's it for this hour. Join us again at 7:45 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Diego Castro. We are One News, all sides, all the time.